Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTBTV. One more time for y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas. Right. Yo. John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching like yo, I gotta post. I wake up everyday mission, it's $1 million notes. Dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holidays. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything, they said I couldn't have, got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload, say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and that clutch like Cobra rope, the okie doke. We don't go for that. All she wrote, another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays your foes will plot you wearing Malcolm X hats, 666. The devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook, chasing D's up off the block, trying to run and get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he's tough to play with. He don't go to playground, that's his fiends who want their veins think. We can't miss, we can hit the target with our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost try and haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, black mafia. So Don Corleone.
Sugar Bump, salute, Queen.
Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to they like movie, curtain closed. Yeah.
BTBTV. The movement.
The movement, man. You're born. You're born, let's get him. Let's get him. Kaz, we up in here, man. Hood famous.
Peace to the 5% nation, the guys and nerves. Salaam alaikum, alhamdulillah, rahmatullah, the true Muslim brothers and sisters out there. Yo, we're about to get it in. Let me get everything together. Yo, this is spur of the moment, y'all. This is spur of the moment. This is what I had to do. I had to get this shit off my chest. Yo, check this out. This Mexican rapper, Swifty, said he would never sign with a black man or a black record label, right? I understand you, son. Let me understand you, young pimpin', real quick. Before I even go into what I'm going to, let me understand you, son, young pimpin'. Swifty, do you or do you not know you're part of the original nation of black men, bruh? You're original, bruh. The Taino Indians, they are black, bruh. They are original. Let's keep it popping. Let's keep it real, nigga. The Taino Indians are original. So, are you saying you want to sign with a black label because you want to sign with your people Mexican, my people Mexican, dog? Now, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I don't care if you're from California, wherever you from, Mexico, Guatemala, Cuba, Colombia, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, any of the places. You are part of the original black man and woman. You came from our loins, motherfucker. Yeah, I said it. You came from our loins. Now, Sugar Bum, I'm doing this for the kids. I want the kids to understand this. First, let me let you hear what this idiot said, and then we're gonna get into it. Then we gonna get into this fair use, Shy.
You know, like shit. You go everywhere. You see homies. You see fucking LA has 13 jerseys. This that. You see Colorado Parkside Traveso. You see the culture. You see the homies over there.
Y'all the L7, peace.
What did you see that? What I mean, I'm sure you saw it. Everyone saw it. But what Wack was saying about how he never signed a Southsider.
You know what, Wack? Like he's right. He's like that's how it is. It's been. You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of like they run their own politics. We run our own politics. It is what it is. I'm not mad at him. It just the way the question was asked between him and the homie that was talking, it was kind of like the way they asked the question and the way they got at each other. You know, obviously he's gonna answer a certain way. Yeah. If it was me on the phone with Wack, I'm not gonna ask him, would you sign a Southside? I don't give a fuck if you want to sign one. We don't want to sign to no blacks.
Right.
Southsiders do want. Guess I don't even want to speak on it, but we don't want to sign to no blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Is that because of the prison shit? It's not a racist thing? Help me understand, because when you say that out loud, it sounds crazy.
It's because like this. It's like this. It's like I go to jail. I rock with my race. I eat with my race. I do things with my race. So it's like I'm here. I conduct business. I do things with my race. You know, like we integrate and whatnot. But why would I have somebody in charge of my
L7 salute, peace, God. I'm already programmed. There's a lot of Mexicans that got knowledge themselves up this way, bro.
You get what I'm saying? That's just my mindset. So I'm like, nah, we wouldn't do that. And most of the homies would think the same way as me. They're gonna agree with what I say.
So like, you wouldn't sign with somebody if they were unaffiliated. Like, let's say Diddy wanted to sign you to Bad Boy.
Me personally, I'm not trying to sign. I'll get somebody else signed and we do some business.
Let's say Kodak Black wanted to make you Sniper Gang.
We're gonna get a little Suede on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm rocking with them. It's all up. I'm not gonna sign. But
so are you saying that you wouldn't sign strictly because of their race?
Because I'm not gonna have it, and it's like this. We're gonna negotiate the terms. We're gonna make sure that it's like we have. It's like 50-50 control type shit. We're not gonna give somebody else, let alone another race, full control.
Okay,
that's what it comes down to.
But you
get what I'm saying?
Yo, but y'all the L7, they are us, God.
But it's just
they just don't understand that.
Crazy out loud.
It does sound crazy.
They all are
brothers. You know what?
It sounds a lot of racist.
No, you know what? I'm just being honest. I'm being real. Like I'd rather go sign with like. even though you might hear crazy shit, but I'd rather go sign with like a corrido label or something, you know, like I'm gonna keep it to the roots. You get what I'm saying? Like if they wasn't fucking with us back then, why they fucking with us now? Because now we breaking in, we doing shit. Now they gonna want to sign us. Yeah, of course. Fuck all that. Now we're gonna do what we know best. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
And hey, Big E, hit the link, Big E, because I know you from Cali. Hit the link, Big E. Let them know.
To sign you to good music. It's a no.
Well, I'm gonna be like, look, we got Suede and Peso.
Big E, hit the link, like, bro. Check it out. Let's get up here, bro. Let's go politics about this shit, guy.
Fuck me. We got them on the
Nah, he wants you.
I'm fresh off work. I'm feeling pissed.
It's a no.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't. You know what I'm saying?
So, do you work with black artists?
Yeah, I do, but it's different though. Like most of the time,
Big E, get your ass up and hit that link.
It's not like we signing anybody. We don't have no full commitment. You know
what I'm saying? The chat,
we can work. We can network. We can do business.
Records with
Big E, the link is in the chat. Hit that shit.
Yeah. So I just want to make. I'm trying to make you sound less racist than how you're sounding.
No, man. It's just.
It sounds bad what you're saying. So listen, when you're in prison, you said, "Look, I'm institutionalized. This is what it is." Obviously, you've done a lot of time, right? I've done enough time to make up my mind. You've done enough time
to make up my mind.
To when you're incarcerated in California, the Mexicans are with the Mexicans, black people are in Southern California, right?
Yeah.
So it's a little different. So black people are locked up with. Usually, do they politic with?
It's like this. Look,
is it the others?
It's the
because there's the others.
Yeah, they got the others, the brothers,
which are like Asian
and the Southsiders. Yeah, exactly.
Like Indian, whatever.
And then the.
Hey, Big E, let me say something real quick. Let me let y'all know something. For people that don't know this, right? The first president of Mexico was black. And that's for people that don't know. You hear me, Big E?
Yeah, I hear you, big dog.
The first president of Mexico was black. The first president of Ecuador was black. get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, here go the thing though, bro. They don't, dude. The Mexicans out here we don't get along, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the twos and fews, but for the most part, we don't get along, bro. That shit been much bloodshed out here behind that. So him saying what he's saying, that ain't no surprise. We black labels wouldn't even expect to sign the motherfuckers. That's the part that's crazy. See, what's crazy to me is all these motherfuckers act like we itching to fuck with them. Dude, we not itching to fuck with none of them motherfuckers, bro. We already know how they get down.
Big E, we ain't gonna do no cursing, right? Because we want to make sure.
Oh yeah. My bad. But yeah, dude, we don't get along. That ain't been that. Look, this is what they did, in my opinion. They got over here. They got civil rights thanks to what we fought for, and now that they own, they give us the finger. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what happened, bro. They come out here, they want to act like just like us. You know what I'm saying? They want to be rappers and
yeah, man.
First came out here, they was wearing Duke suits.
Hey, Big E, hold on 1 second. Yo, Sniff, say what you gotta say, Sniff. What's up?
What's up, people? I'm a rapper, Little Sniff, and I'm coming at y'all. What it is?
Yo, all right, check this out, y'all. What I'm saying is, What I'm saying, they came from us, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
Yeah.
The Tejano, how you say the Tejano Indians? They are original. They are original, man. They have African.
Yeah. Yeah. They came for us.
Yo, so they have African and half Spanish, right? That's what Mexican is, basically.
Yeah.
Half African and half Spaniard.
Right.
And for him to say that he'd rather
he's a fucking idiot. Pardon my French, but I don't give a damn. I'm sick and tired of the guy, and I'll punch his lights out right here, right now.
Yeah, but see, here go the thing, though. Here go the thing, big dog. He ain't the only one that feel like that. It's a whole lot more.
East Coast, bro. Yo, listen, bro. The ones on the East Coast, they're in the 5% nation of God's and earth. They're Muslim.
I'm just saying he's an idiot.
No, the ones on the West Coast, the ones on the West Coast. So you gotta understand, we don't deal with Puerto Ricans out here. We deal with Mexicans, bro. And
we deal with Mexicans too, bro. We deal with Mexicans too, and they got
but here go the difference.
They're fucking drugged and all that shit, and they're blaming it on us. That's not my fault. No, that ain't my fault.
Let me tell you the difference between us and y'all.
Yeah.
Mexico is an hour and a half right down to 5. You know what I'm saying? So it's like literally they right there. See, if they go to the East Coast, they can't just go run to the border now. You see what I'm saying? Out here, they do shit. They shoot at niggas, then go run back across the border and hide out, then come back a few months later. That's how that shit work out here. That's how that work, bro. Like real spit. That's how that work.
But what I'm saying, I'm just talking about universally, man. Universally, we all original men. We're not Caucasian.
Universally, they don't fuck with us out here. I mean, don't mess with us out here, big dog. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's like that bad. It's like real bad blood. It's bad blood.
No, I understand that. And this guy right here, right? All right, let's listen to something what he said, bro. But I want to get this out there.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come out and come back in, man.
The Woods, the Southside.
I bet
they run with the Southsiders.
So while you're in prison, you're running with the Woods, the Pecker Woods.
Yeah, we run together. The Woods run to shit crack off. Like, you know what I'm saying? They stick together.
Okay, so when you're in jail, you're alliance with the white guys, right? That's like you're okay. So you're saying some of that is,
but that has not.
But I just want to make sure that crazy racist shit is rubbed off on you.
They're heavy in Jersey, though, y'all.
That's how we are.
They're hanging out with guys with swastikas on their neck.
No, take it out. I have nothing against the black man. This last time I was in the LA County, I was in a Hoover dorm. Man, I was and it's a mutual dorm.
Right.
I had to say that first. It's a mutual dorm. So there was no empty bunks on the south side on Rex. So I had to get a bunk one of the empty bunks with on the Hoover racks. You know what I'm saying? On the black racks. And shit, I had no problem with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a mutual norm. Shit, it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I'm not gonna lie, it was hot. Like, everybody in there strapped up, ready for riots to crack off, just because, like, it's a lot of traffic.
I heard the LA County jail is like, well, fucking just god awful place.
It was almost 24. It was 24-hour lockdown, almost 7 days a week.
I heard it,
and where I was at in that dorm in a 5,000 floor. But you get what I'm saying?
I heard it's just intense in there, man.
Yeah, it is intense. It is intense
because everybody in there, you might be cool with somebody in there, but once you hit the yard, if you're getting transferred to prison, then that might be your enemy in like fucking 6 months, right?
Yeah,
or vice versa.
Exactly.
Like you might have beef with someone in the county, but then once you're in prison, that's your partner.
And then 9 times out of 10 too, it's like shit. You gotta learn how to have respect and learn to live with other. You're gonna be celled up with somebody. You gotta learn to live with somebody. Right. You know.
And there's a lot of wild shit in the LA County. That's why the homeless people end up.
People get mad. Your cellie will get mad because you know, you don't clean right or something. Little things like that. Fuck around, try to stab you or something, you know?
Because you ain't clean your bunk or something?
Shit like that, yeah.
Jesus. Have
Hey,
you ever used toilet paper as a pillow?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey, this what I was saying though, big dog. You know, Red Supreme made a good point about this, okay? The street soldiers, when they got hit for their work, they didn't take it out on gangbangers and didn't keep it.
Hello, I can hear you. What you say, E? Hey. Lost you, bro. Lost you. Yo, E, you there? All right, y'all. Check this out. What I'm saying is the way we live on the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't saying that all the Mexicans love us, and I don't say all blacks love Mexicans. But if you got knowledge of self, you know, understand that they are original people. Why would we let them come part of 5% nation? Why would we let them get a nation of Islam if they wasn't original people? You know what I'm saying? They're original. They're original like the black man. We don't do that half original shit, man. Either you're original or you're not original. And they got black blood in them. They're original. It's black towns in Mexico. It's black cities in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's listen to what this guy right here has had to say. Right here, man.
Tariq the Ghetto Cool Nasheed.
Fair use.
Yeah, I confess. People who they say act white. That's usually what people say when somebody disagrees with them and they're of the same color like black. Well, the reason I call Tariq a ghetto coon because that's exactly what he is. He's a black man portraying himself to be this Mr. Gangster, this Mr. Black Power, this Mr. F every other race. He hates white supremacy. He calls Latinos Mexicans. He calls us white Hispanics. He calls us all kinds of derogatory words and says all kinds of stereotypes and tries to make them seem as they're true. All the while, this chump lives in one of the whitest cities in the San Fernando Valley, Chatsworth, California. 2% African American. But he's over here talking like he's in South Central Compton or Watts with the brothers putting in that work. So first of all, use a chump for that, and that's why you're a ghetto coon, carnal. Now let's go forward. I heard about this guy a few times in my life. People asking me, I never really paid any attention. Sonny sends me a link a few days ago, and he tells me, start watching it from this mark. And he started talking about me, just fine. People do all kind of stuff like that. But then he started going into the Latinos. He starts mocking Latinos. He starts making fun of our accents. He starts saying that all Latinos can't fight. He starts saying just that we, as Latinos, owe everything we have in the United States to the black man because of civil rights. Well, let's first get off into the stereotype that you're saying. You're saying all Latinos can't fight, and the street Latinos only pick on young little black kids who have, I think you were saying, have mental issues. Well, obviously, homie, you ain't from the streets, and you've never been from the streets, if that's what you think.
That's a whole fact.
If that's the case, I guess all blacks are lazy.
I guess all blacks don't pay their rent. I guess all blacks have bad credit, right? No, wrong. I mean,
what you say? E?
No, I said, but those is all facts, though. You know what I'm saying, bro? Look, everybody, if you from out here, you already know all that, bro. They don't get at the gangbangers. See what I'm saying? They get at any and everybody except the gangbangers. I don't give a damn what that dude say. We done lived it. Them houses that they was firebombing, like if people moved into Pico Rivera or if people moved into Whittier, even certain parts of Long Beach, bro, they was firebombing in people's houses. You know what I'm saying? They was getting at civilian people, bro. This is a whole fact. They wasn't getting at the gangsters. You see what I'm saying? That was our problem, and that's still our problem with them. If some street dudes hit them, they're gonna go take that out on old ladies and kids and old men. They're not gonna keep that in the streets. So what that dude right there talking about, he full of shit. I'm out here in LA, I'm in Compton, I'm in Watts, I'm in Long Beach. That's the way it's been, bro. And then to show you where they at now, when they do something and we retaliate, they straight up snitching on you now. Yeah. They straight up telling on you. They telling you that they gonna tell on you. So how do you combat that?
Let me say this, yo. What I want to say about this, though, if y'all don't want to work with blacks, y'all don't think y'all the original people like the blacks, then why are y'all doing our music? Why are y'all doing our music?
Look, first of all, let's really put that in perspective. They speak Spanish because they slave masters. What the original Spanish-speaking man is the European white man, the Spaniard. Okay, they have a Spanish language and they have a Spanish name because the Spaniard white man is who enslaved them. Period. It wasn't no Mexican. You guys were speaking Spanish because that's the language that your slave master gave. Period. So they can go ahead with that bull. They can go on with that garbage. While they be talking about, oh, you niggas were slaves, so was y'all. Y'all just was enslaved by the European, by the Spanish man. The original Spanish-speaking man is a European white man, not no goddamn Mexican. That's a whole fact. So you see what I'm saying? But they didn't teach us that in school, so you got to go find that information. You know, information is power. They know we were slaves. They let you know you was a slave every day. But they didn't let them other people know. See, they didn't teach that in your history book.
But you know why they teach it? Because listen. What a lot of people don't understand is the Mexicans are Spanish and African, most of them, bro. They got they Spanish and African. They Spaniard and African.
Yeah, but it benefits them to claim white, though. You see what I'm saying? As long as they don't team up with us.
Yo, listen, the Taino Indians, they were black. They were light complected blacks. They was like the Arab complexions.
Right. So you saying like them olive skinned dudes.
Yeah.
This what I'm saying, bro. This what I'm saying though, bro. It's a trip how every race on the face of this earth got something to say about black people. Then when we say something back, they want to scream bloody murder. Let me tell you how petty these Mexicans done got. You know, California, North Carolina, a bunch of states is talking about giving us reparations. And they're talking about the Latinos want to get out there and march in opposition to that. Well, why would you march in opposition to that? Y'all wasn't here for 500 years putting up with what we was putting up with. Y'all got a whole goddamn country that y'all leaving out of, that y'all could build up like the United States. But you don't want to do that. You want to come over here and leech off what we built on, what we built. They keep talking about, well, the United States was Mexico. It wasn't no such thing as no goddamn Mexico, so go ahead and kill that. The only reason you speak Spanish is because that's the language that they gave you. So it's like, stop with the alternative facts. Stop with the alternative history. You know what I'm saying? The history is what it is. You speak Spanish because y'all had Spanish slave masters. That's it. Don't nobody want to hear nothing about y'all was original this, original that. Y'all wasn't original nothing. How can you be original when you speak in the language of your slave master? Get up out of here. So Spanish wasn't even your original language. So they can go ahead and kill that. You know what I'm saying? But that's how they, bro, that's how they are towards us. They real chicken, bro. I'm telling you, if you from LA, you know what I'm talking about, bro. All they want is your money. That's it. When they open up their taco stands and their little businesses in the neighborhoods, they just want your money. They just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? They disrespect you. They real disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Even though you spending your money with them, even though they come over here, break federal laws to move next door to us. Now, my thing is, if you got such a problem with blacks, why are you not staying over there where the hell you from? Why you can't stay over there where you at and build up Mexico like the United States? You got to come over here where we are. You got to come over here and call yourself fighting for civil rights, but you're not fighting for civil rights. We already fought that fight. Everybody, every immigrant that come over here get on because of civil rights, because of what we did. They can get civil rights when we can't get civil rights. That's what's going on, period. So all that, they the original people, then y'all ain't the original nothing. If y'all was the original goddamn people, then it wouldn't be no argument over, you know, this black and brown thing. They're trying to be us. They're coming over here trying to replace us. They want to be the white man's lapdog, and it's that simple. The new race soldier.
Yo, let me say this too, but let me say this. And yo, I know, like I said, I grew up with Mexicans and all the other Spanish cultures, right? I grew up with them out here. And all of them they're all the ones, majority of the ones that was raised out here, born and raised out here, they don't understand that they are black.
No, they don't.
I told the ones they know they call themselves black.
Well, the ones out here, no, they ain't like that, bro. I mean, they want to look like this, they want to act like this, they want to sound like this. But Mexicans out here even call each other nigga more than black people call each other nigga. That's a whole fact. You know what I'm saying? But then y'all don't like us. You see what I'm saying? It's like how you don't like us, but you got our swag. When you listen, when Mexicans be going down the street, you hear them bumping Tupac. You hear them bumping Biggie. You hear them bumping Snoop. You hear them bumping everything about us, but yet you don't like us. You see Mexicans wearing Kobe Bryant jerseys. You see them wearing Tracy McGrady jerseys, Allen Iverson jerseys, yet you don't like us. Bro, how the hell do that work? Everything y'all got it from us. How do that work? How do that work? How do you not like us, but yet everything about us you're trying to copy? Everything about us you want to be a part of. How do that work? You know what I'm saying? When they come from over here, when they come from where they come from, y'all don't go invade white people neighborhoods. Y'all come straight to the ghettos. Y'all come to Compton. Y'all come to Watts. Y'all come to South Central. Y'all come to Long Beach. You come to where all the niggas is at. So what you mean you don't like us? When y'all put up businesses where we at. So what you mean you don't like us? If you don't want to sign to a black label, that's cool, but ain't nobody gonna be buying y'all music either. Don't nobody even listen to those rappers, bro. Don't nobody even know who they are.
And what I'm saying is, listen, what I'm saying is, right? You saying you don't want to sign with our labels, but you're doing our music.
Right. Exactly. That's the whole there you go.
Even they Mexican songs and the Europe and the Spanish songs, they come from Africa. They come from African men and women.
Bruh, this is what
song.
I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. So this is what I'm saying, bro. There's a lot of hypocrisy going on.
Let's finish what this guy said, man, so we can whip his ass. Hold on.
But the sad part is you keep pushing that stupid ass agenda of yours because you're a fucking buffoon. Then you go on into talking about we as Latinos owe you all this and that because of civil rights. I want you guys to take a look at the picture real quick. This picture is from Latin America in the 1800s. You got from Mexico all the way down, brother, South America. And what do you see? You see places that have been taken over by the British colonies, the Dutch colonies, French colonies, Portuguese colony, Spanish colonies. In other words, by who we call now white supremacists, conquistadors. This is the 1800s. Let's fast forward 30 years. What do you see? I see a bunch of countries that became independent. We started our war for independence against the white slave masters, conquistadors, whatever you want to call them, in the 1800s, brother. By 1830s, they were gone.
There was a hold on.
We took our land back. Brother. Now, you were still in fucking chains. But you're going to sit here and try to...
Check this out. What I'm saying is, the band, the music, the beats and everything, they were African songs. They used the Spanish words with the African beats and music, yo. That's facts.
Yeah, but see, look, Ron, this is what he's not. He keep talking about they took their land back. No, what they did was strip their land of all their goddamn resources, and then they left. They did all them South American, Latin countries just like they did the Philippines, Vietnam, and everything else. Once they took all the resources, all the gold, all the spices, they let y'all have what was left. That's why the hell y'all trying to come over here about 100,000. It ain't nothing left over there. If all of them South American countries were still all that, it wouldn't be no need for them to be trying to break their neck to come over here. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to be free in your own country. If you so free, then why are you breaking your neck to come over here? Why are you breaking your neck to come over here and get on these civil rights? Why you don't have civil rights in your own fucking country? You know what I'm saying? They flooding the United States just like it's their own country. But again, if your country is so good over there, why are you flooding to come over here? What's so good about over here that you can't build up in your own country? You want to come where the black people are. You got so much to say about black people, but when black people start spitting back at y'all, now everybody feelings hurt. You remember how they did Nick Cannon? Jewish people feel like they can speak on black people at will, but then as soon as we start speaking on them, what do? Shut you down. You remember they took Wildin' Out, they took everything. You remember when Steve Harvey started speaking on them Chinese people, they took everything from him for a minute. Anytime you speak on, you got to understand the media, America has it to where everybody can talk about you, but then if we say something back, now they want to, y'all always play the race card. Y'all always this, y'all always that. But all these other nations, what do? They always play the race card. As soon as they come over here, what's the first thing they want to do? Have something to say about black people. Even in jail, the politics in jail. Black people we don't green light people for associating with Mexicans. But the Mexicans will green light their own people for associating with you. Even though on the streets, you can associate with them on the streets, but then as soon as you go to jail, all that changed. And if you get caught doing business with a black, they discipline their own people. Possibly will even kill them. So you see what I'm saying? They the ones who bring all this racial crap into this. The only reason that we enemies in jail is because of them. When we on the streets, we cool. When we go to jail, now all of a sudden we not cool. You got to act like you don't know. You know what I'm saying? Mexicans have shot callers in jail that tell them, oh, no, green like the blacks. So guess what? That's what happens. All along the 605 freeway, Whittier, Pico Rivera, El Monte, Alhambra, all the blacks, they done pretty much ran up out of there. But there wasn't that many blacks over there to begin with, so that's why they was picking on the blacks that was there. Yeah. The ones that was in El Monte, those were like older blacks, working blacks. Bro, they was throwing firebombs into their houses, shooting at their kids. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is the problem. They didn't keep nothing in the streets. They went to civilians, and then as soon as we retaliate, now y'all want to get the police involved. Bro, how do you fight? How do you deal with people like that? You want to be gangster, and you want to talk about us, but then when we clap back, now they start crying and bitching and moaning.
Hey, Biggie, let me say something, Biggie, let me say something real quick. What I'm dealing with right now, I'm not dealing with, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They deaf, dumb, and blind, so they don't know where they from and who they really are. And they haven't been taught. They haven't been around, and no disrespect to the blacks on the West Coast. It's not that many 5%ers, and a lot of them pick up the 5% Nation of Islam or the Nation of Islam like that out there. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They go more towards the gangbangers, so they're not able to teach them the proper way till they get educated. You know
once blood is shed, all that go out the window.
That's what I'm saying. if we don't educate ourselves, if we're not educating ourselves, then how can we teach our brown brothers? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, but
they're not educating
themselves. Look, bro, out here, look. I don't know if we're gonna get past that out here, bro, because it can be too much blood that can be shed, bro, by them. Like I said, I personally know a family that they firebombed out their house. I personally know 2 people that they killed that didn't have nothing to do with what that situation was. You see what I'm saying? Once you start killing people and firebombing old ladies about their house, bro, you change the rules of engagement, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can't do stuff like that and then act like we supposed to be all in peace, kumbaya, bro. It'd be different if you kept it on the gangbanging side, but they didn't keep it on the gangbanging side. You started old ladies and they kids, bro. Nah, bro. And then, like I say, now you want to snitch. You want to start going to tell the police now when we retaliate. Nah, bro, I don't have no respect for that. I don't have no respect for that.
All right, let me say this, though. Now, I'm understanding what you're saying, right? I understand everything you're saying. Because that's how we have to deal with the white people on the East Coast, right? The racist white people on the East Coast, we have to deal with them like that, right? But the racist white people, they ain't original. That's all I'm saying.
Right, but they the ones that's waging the war, though, is what I'm saying. See, they don't get, to me, what they don't get is, if black and brown do unite, we'll take over the United States. So they're keeping us at war with each other. But see, again, once blood is shed, bro, it's really hard. It really ain't no truce no more until we get that get back. You know what I'm saying? And why would you want to get along? Why would you want to get along with people that come over here with an attitude, bro?
Hey, bro,
they come over here saying fuck us or screw us. They come over here with that.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. We've been doing this for years as black men, fighting against our brown brothers. You know what I'm saying? It's too much bloodshed already happened. Now it's time to cut the bloodshed out and give them themselves. The ones
I ain't gonna even lie to you, Vaughn. I'm not prepared to call them dudes my brothers, because just like what this dude is saying, he making it a point to get on here and say he ain't signing with no black label. That's cool, but why you gotta advertise that? Like, why you gotta let us know that? If you don't want to sign with black people, just don't sign with black people. But why you gotta let us know?
Hold on 1 second. Bulldog Face 2.0. Hit the link, bro. Hit the link and show your genealogy test. Show that black in your blood, bro. We know you got it in you, bro.
All I'm saying is, bro, why the hell you gotta let us know that you anti-black? You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to sign with a black label, well, then sign with whatever label you gonna sign with. Do you have to let us know that?
On the white label, they want to sign with a label they are.
That's what I'm saying. But okay, but that's cool. But what I'm saying is, as soon as you said that, that dude already knew how that was going to be taken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He already know that. You already know you're going to be getting looked at the side eye. But again, don't nobody give a damn. You know what I'm saying? But why you got to let us know? Like, ain't no black guy going to sign with no Mexican label either. But why the hell we got to let them know that? We don't. We just do what we going to go do. This what I'm saying, bro. They keep those racial lines open.
Listen, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be real. Us as black people, we're so forgiving people. We sign with everybody, bro. Look, we sign with the whites, the Jews, the Irish, everybody, the Italians, the Asians. We sign our soul over with them niggas. All record labels, bro.
Bro, the first, what I'm saying, bro, with all them groups you just named, the first thing they do is let you know that they not messing with you because you black. That's the first thing they all do. You remember? Look at all the money that black people made, Tommy Hilfiger and all them. What's the first thing they did? Oh, I didn't make my clothes for black people. Oh no, I didn't want black people to be like wear my clothes. But this is way after you done made all that money. After all them rappers was putting all their labels all in their videos and all that stuff, they made all that money. Wasn't nobody wearing no Tommy Hilfiger and all this stuff. Puffy and them made all that stuff popular way back in the 90s. Now, what do you see? Gucci, Prada, this, that, and the third, and all them people made it a point to get on there and say they don't like black people, but yet we made them rich. That's how everybody deal with us. We so goddamn stupid when it comes to race relations that they could just straight up disrespect us and we'll still go purchase their product. We'll still economically make them rich. Look at the Koreans. The Koreans could blatantly beat our women up, and guess what? Our women will still go into their stores and make them richer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is how stupid we are. We not on code. I'm not what I'm not mad at them for. I'm not mad at them for being on code with each other. If it's fuck us or screw us rather, then that's how they all are. They're on code as a people. We the only ones that's not on code. We trying to defend people that don't even like us. We trying to cape for people that don't even like us. You know what I'm saying? We trying to cape for people that kill us, that have killed us. It's just like people that still speak up for white folks. Bro, white folks did the most horrific things ever you could do to a people, and we still be caping for them.
You know what I'm saying? I don't speak for white people, because white people, they're the most evilest motherfuckers on the face of the earth, to be honest.
Bruh,
majority of them.
Them is facts. Yeah, the majority of them is in their nature, bruh. And guess what? It benefits everybody else to come over here and be anti-black, especially if you particularly anti-black man. But if you notice, let me tell you how you'll get on in the United States. It really don't matter who you are. You come out the closet or you talk against black people, particularly black men, and you'll be rich overnight. You remember Lil Nas X was a nobody. He had been out for a while. As soon as that fool come out the closet and make a satanic shoe, that nigga blew up overnight, seemed like. You know what I'm saying? So everybody else, look at all these female bloggers, look at all these people that come out the closet or just talk about black people, say how they got a problem with black people. They'll throw them people. Those are the people that they put front and center in your face. So you can see the blatant racism. I mean, bro, this has been going on for years. And my problem is, like I said, when we clap back, now they act like the heavens done fell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do everybody feel like they could say something about us and let us know how we feel about how they feel about us? But then as soon as we let them know, like, you know, brother Mexicans call us a bunch of niggas, they call us a bunch of mayates and everything else. But then as soon as you call them
mayates.
Right. And then as soon as you call them a goddamn hat dancer, now they ready for war. Well, hold up. Why you get to call me a mayate, but I can't call you a hat dancer? You know what I'm saying?
Or a beaner.
Yeah, or a beaner. What's up with that? Why is it that you feel like you can call me any name that you want?
Listen, bro, I'm gonna say something, bro. I'm saying this because I've been a part of 5% Nation of guys all my life, bro. I studied my lessons, my degrees. We know who the Mexicans are. We know who the Puerto Ricans are. We know who the Colombians are. We know who the Cubans are. We know who the Asians are. We know who the Arabs are. We know they all came from the original black man. Period.
Yeah, well, that ain't how they treat us, though, bro. They do us bad.
Listen what I'm saying. If they don't understand it, it's our job to teach them.
But fine, what if they're not trying to hear us, though?
If they're not trying to hear it, then they deaf them a blind too, man. Let them do what they want to do. We throw them out like we do the black niggas don't want to understand and learn. Because all they do is being niggers. A nigger is an ignorant person, not a black man.
Right.
Not a Mexican man, not a Puerto Rican man, not a Colombian man, not a Cuban man. It's an ignorant mother effer. You dig what I'm saying?
What I'm saying, bro, it'd be hard to deal with people that come at you with the aggressiveness that they come at us at, bro. I mean, come on, we men too. And if you come at us with smoke, bro, we gonna have the smoke too. That's just how that is.
What I'm saying is, now it's the time, bro. Now nation, they all a part of our nation. We're all part of the same nation. We're all part of the same people. We're all part of the original nation. They're original.
Yeah, but they don't. But Von, they don't feel like that though. See, that's the whole thing. Everything you saying is factual. You factually correct. But if they don't feel that way, we beating a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm cool. Now don't get me wrong. I'm cool with, I know a lot of cool Mexican people. but the cool Mexican people don't have the influence that the racist ones do. It's just like with white folks. I know some cool white folks, but they don't have the influence or the voice or the reach that the racist ones do. See what I'm saying? Like from the penitentiary, the cool ones don't even have the same power that the ones that's in jail got.
Hey, yo, your bulldog face 2.0. What you think the Aztecs are, bruh? What you think the Aztecs are?
What he saying, Vaughn?
He said, Tajinos, the Aztecs are not the same. Mexicans come from the Aztec bloodline. What you think the Aztec Indians are, bruh?
Oh, bro, the Aztecs and the Olmecs, bro. Come on, stop playing.
They're original, but they come from the black man.
Yeah, but see, now you see, there we go. That's a problem too, Vaughn. Every time, look, we ain't the creators, but the fact is they came from the black man. But see, they want to deny that. See, when you bring that up, now they be ready to fight. Like, don't none of them facts count. Like, don't none of that matter. No, that do matter, bro. Are you disrespecting the people that you came from? You came from us. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. But you see, everybody want to make it a point to be separate from us. This is what I'm saying. They want our money. They want our culture. You know what I'm saying? They want everything that we've been over here fighting for 500 years. But then when it comes to who they are and where they came from, now they want to deny it. And they want to treat us, bro. I'm telling you, Mexicans are the new race soldiers, bro. It's just like out here, bro. We don't even have to worry about the white cops no more, bro. It's the Mexican cops now. You know what I'm saying? They come over here and became law enforcement, bro. They did a whole article. You could probably pull it up. How MS-13 and all these gangs that infiltrated the sheriffs and LAPD, bro. They did a big article about that.
I believe that.
See what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So because they went into the police enforcement, right? So they can have that in their gang. And the other gangs won't do that because if you become a police, you are a snitch and all of that. I mean, like, why won't we clean up our own swamp? We got gangs that we got people in our own neighborhood that's doing everything that you're talking about the other people was doing. That's in the neighborhood. Let's start there. Let's clean that up first.
I can answer that. Let me answer that. Because the people that's doing all of the dirt that's in the neighborhoods, them is all your homies. All them goons is your homies. Like, don't nobody come from across town. Like, hold on, let me make this point real quick, and then I'm gonna let me land it real quick. Don't nobody come from across town to rob your neighborhood. Don't nobody come from across town to break in your house. Don't nobody come from across town to slang dope. It's the people that's right there in your neighborhood. And most of the time, it's the goons, the dudes that's doing that. Those mostly are your homies. So a lot of dudes ain't gonna snitch on their homies.
Ain't nobody talking about snitching. See, nobody said, I said nothing about snitching. I said, why aren't we cleaning up our own swamp?
Well, because them is your homies that's keeping the waters dirty. Is what I'm saying.
So if you got people in your own camp, right, that's keeping the water dirty, right, and people were seeing this, did you think that is why they look at that situation the way they do?
Well, because I think that every neighborhood, Mexicans kill Mexicans, white people kill white people. Their neighborhoods are just like that. But they focus on black people neighborhoods. You don't think Mexicans rob Mexicans? You don't think their neighborhoods is just like ours?
That's not what I'm saying. See, that's not what I'm asking you. I'm asking you about our people.
Okay, well, with our people was just like I said, as long as your homies
Mexican, I'm talking about us cleaning up our own backyard.
Okay, if we can't check our homies, that's not gonna stop. Because again, normally the people that's doing that are the people you fool with. Okay, well, it's just like I said. It ain't no strangers that's coming over there doing that.
I know that. I know that.
Okay, so if them is your homies, and you can't tell your homies, man, we need to go in a different direction, then that's not going to stop.
No, but you can teach your homies to respect the neighborhood, the people in the neighborhood. You can teach your homie to do that. You know why? Because it used to be like that.
Yeah, it did used to be like that.
So if it used to be like that, then it can go back to that. Because crime is going to exist.
Yeah, crime is going to exist.
Gangs is going to exist. So, get organized. They're gonna do it anyway. But why should innocent people and little kids get shot? Why y'all can't just walk up to the person since everybody gangster, everybody thug, everybody killer, why not walk up to the people the person you want and don't?
Do you really think that is that easy to just walk up to somebody and do that? You really think it's that easy?
I'm not saying that.
Let me say something real quick. Well, this whole thing is not about gangs and shooting and killing.
No,
it's about people know who they are. I'm not even thinking about that gang shit. I'm talking about people that need to know who they are, need to know where they come from, their originality. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the gangs and the shooting and killing.
If we don't like ourselves, nobody else is.
Listen to what I'm saying, man, Mr. Mecca. Understand what I'm saying.
That's a fact too.
What I'm saying is, they are us and we are them. They're not Caucasian. They're original. They come from the black man. Period.
Okay, but Vaughn, we're not arguing that. We're not arguing that. But what we're saying is, if they don't feel like that, and they have the attitudes that they have towards us, I mean, bro, it's really not, in my opinion. I kind of agree with, I believe that was Mecca who was saying, we got to worry about educating ourselves, bro. We can't worry about educating other groups. You know what I'm saying? They already feel the way they feel. They already drew first blood.
The reason I said we got to educate everyone is to stop blood from being drawn over and over again. Everyone has to be educated. If you're an original man or woman, you have to be educated about who you are.
Okay, so now let me ask this question.
Everybody can't be educated on that?
Yeah, and do you think that some of them do not know who they are and still just don't give a damn?
It's something to know who they are, don't care.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The ones that got all the influence are the most racist ones. The ones that's cool, they don't have the influence, nor do they have the reach to get to their folks. You got to understand, out here, it's dudes, the ones that's in prison, that call these green lights and all that stuff, they the ones that got all the influence. So the ones that's cool, like, you don't really hear their voice. It's like they cool, but they're gonna fall in line with their people. Whatever they people going with, that's what they doing. They don't, as a whole, they don't operate individually the way we do. We operate individually.
Hold on. I want Mecca to hear what this dude said about Tariq Nasheed. Mecca, you listening?
Yeah.
All right.
Tries to make them seem as they're true. All the while, this chump lives in one of the whitest cities in the San Fernando Valley, Chatsworth, California. 2% African American. But he's over here talking like he's in South Central Compton or Watts with the brothers putting in that work. So first of all, use a chump for that, and that's why you're a ghetto kunka. Now let's go forward. I heard about this guy a few times in my life, people asking me. I never really paid any attention. Sonny sends me a link a few days ago, and he tells me, start watching it from this mark. And he started talking about me, just fine. People do all kind of stuff like that. But then he started going into the Latinos. He starts mocking Latinos. He starts making fun of our accents. He starts saying that all Latinos can't fight. He starts saying just that we, as Latinos, owe everything we have in the United States to the black man because of civil rights. Well, let's first get off into the stereotype that you're saying. You're saying all Latinos can't fight, and the street Latinos only pick on young little black kids who have, I think you were saying, have mental issues. Well, obviously, homie, you ain't from the streets, and you've never been from the streets if that's what you think, man. If that's the case, I guess all blacks are lazy. I guess all blacks don't pay their rent. I guess all blacks have bad credit, right? No, wrong, homie. But the sad part is you keep pushing that stupid ass agenda of yours because you're a fucking buffoon. Then you go on into talking about we as Latinos owe you all this and that because of civil rights. I want you guys to take a look at a picture real quick. This picture is from Latin America in the 1800s. You got from Mexico all the way down, brother, South America. And what do you see? You see places that have been taken over by the British colonies, the Dutch colonies, French colonies, Portuguese colonies, Spanish colonies. In other words, by who we call now white supremacists, conquistadors. This is the 1800s. Let's fast forward 30 years. What do you see? I see a bunch of countries that became independent. We started our war for independence against the white slave masters, conquistadors, whatever you want to call them, in the 1800s, brother. By 1830, they were gone. We took our land back, carnal. You were still in fucking chains. But you're going to sit here and try to tell me that we owe you something? We were breaking ground on freedom before any of you guys even had a dream. But yet we owe you? We don't owe you shit, man. The only thing I owe another man is common courtesy and respect, and you lost that from me. The minute you started talking all kind of vile stuff against Latinos, against Mexicans, against anybody who has heritage of brown, why? Because you're a ghetto coon. You're a ghetto coon that just sits there and tries to push this negative stuff so you can get your views. So these brothers believe that, oh, this man's about it. You ain't about it, brother. You don't even know the history, brother. Before you guys even thought about civil rights, we were out there fighting the white man that you're talking about. We got countries, brother. We got Mexico, El Salvador, Guatemala, Panama. Keep going on the list. Costa Rica, Brazil. We've got countries. What you got, Playboy? What you got? All
Well,
you
but
got
they don't have,
is a
they
big
don't
mouth
run it though.
with no
Who let
facts.
them run the government?
You sit there and say, hold your own nuts. Hold your own nuts, American Cholo. All right. How about you? When I look at the TV and I see those BLM protests, what do I see? I see a bunch of white people. I see some raza in there. Maybe out of Kentucky and certain areas like that, it's all brothers. But the majority, nah. You should tell those white people, hey, go home. We're going to hold our own nuts. But you won't because you're a chump, homie. All you do is talk out of the side of your neck just for the views, man. We in this country have been fighting for equality just as long, if not longer, than the African Americans. When you guys were slaves, you guys would run to Latin countries, brother. But now you act like the only reason those Latin countries are where they're at is because you.
We ran the Latin countries because we built them Latin countries, Carnal.
See, this what I'm saying.
Listen, you forgot the first president of Ecuador was black. The first president of Mexico, oh my God, was he black too? Let's go.
You know what's amazing to me? You know what's amazing to me? That he is saying the same shit that's being said up here about them. He's saying the same thing about us.
Right.
So therefore, there's a problem on both ends. Not just one side, on both sides. Because he's saying the same exact fuckery, ignorant shit that's going on about them. Okay? It says, no, have knowledge of yourself. If you have knowledge of yourself, whatever somebody else think, it doesn't apply to you. That's how he feel, the same way you feel, the way you feel about them. Y'all saying the same thing.
We're not saying the same thing. We're not saying the same thing.
No, we're not.
Reason I said we're not saying the same things because I'm letting them know who they are.
He didn't just sit up here. I listened. He didn't just sit up here and have all this negative stuff to say about Mexicans. He didn't just do that.
I didn't do it.
The same way this Mexican man is saying what he's saying about black people.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what your point is. I'm not getting your point.
The point is that each side feel the same way about each other, right? So that means the issue is on both ends. So both
No, I
ends.
don't agree with. I totally disagree with you. I totally. Ain't nobody out here firebombing no Mexicans' houses. Ain't nobody out here doing no drive-bys on no Mexicans. Ain't nobody out here snitching on the goddamn Mexicans. Ain't nobody black breaking federal laws to get into Mexico. Ain't nobody trying to go move into their neighborhood.
That if black people snitching on their damn self, they ain't telling on nobody
Okay,
else.
but Mecca, see, here go the thing. Here, okay, I think I see. Here go where me and you disagree at. Everything that we say about them, you're trying to counter it by saying what we do to each other. I don't respect that.
No, I'm not
We
trying
do
to.
we do that. We do what we do to each other. That's us. When everybody else comes doing it, I got a problem with that. You can't
What I
justify
said
that.
was both of y'all are saying the same thing about each other's race. That's what
Okay,
I
but
said.
Mecca, they're coming over here where we at. We not going where they at. Why how you gonna come when we at there and start complaining about us?
Everybody coming over here and complaining
Okay,
about
that's not okay. Well, you know what, Mecca? It ain't. I see right now that it ain't really no answer out of you. What you doing is you like if a problem is posed, all you doing is really putting the ball right back in our court. I mean,
because
you know what
we
I'm saying?
need
We're
to
not
clean.
going
No,
over
no,
there.
no,
We're
but
not
we need
going
to
over
clean
there
up
killing
our
them.
own swamp. We need to clean up our own
But
backyard.
until we so basically we need to kill our own swamp, clean up our own swamp. But they get to come over here and kill us and firebomb us. Gotcha. I totally disagree.
I
They
didn't
get
say
to
they
come
did.
do
I
what
didn't
they
say
do to
they
us
did.
till we
I
kill
didn't
up
say.
our
Don't twist my words. Don't
nah.
put words in my mouth. Don't put
Okay,
words in
so
my
what
mouth.
I'm
If
asking,
that's
okay,
what I
so what
wanted
I'm
to
saying
say,
is, okay,
that's what I
we
would have
gotta
said.
clean up our own swamp. But in the meantime, what I said is still going on. Now what? Because our swamp
And
is
what
dirty,
he
just
said,
let that.
and what he's saying is still going on. Both of y'all
Okay,
saying
but
the
we're
same
talking
thing.
about but Mecca, you keep moving the goalposts.
Yeah.
I'm not moving
You
nothing.
keep moving the goal. You
I'm
move
not
every time
moving
something
nothing.
is
I'm
said.
saying
What
that we need to worry about
it ain't.
our
Nah,
own people.
you keep
We
moving the
need to
goalposts.
educate our own people, and then they will be able to enlighten other people. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, well, I
Now,
totally disagree with. I totally disagree with that.
how you taking it is how you taking it.
Well, that's because that's how it sounds.
And listen, that's what I said, Mecca, from the beginning. We need to educate our own people, get them knowledge of self, so they can teach the brown people knowledge of self, so they know who they are, where they come from, like the Puerto Ricans and the blacks and the Ecuadorians in Jersey and New York and the Cubans and Colombians. All of them was in the 5% nation of God's and earth. We go to
okay, but what I'm saying is what it sound like Mecca saying. Now this is just what it sounds like to me. I could be wrong, but this is what it sounds like. Like say if one of these Mexicans come kill one of us behind some bullshit.
I ain't talking nothing about no Mexican.
Okay, I don't know. Would you let me say?
Wrong.
I'm telling you what you're saying.
You
I'm telling
started
you
off
what.
wrong. No, you
It ain't,
started
but it
off
ain't
wrong.
about okay. But I'm telling you how what you're saying sounds to me. Now, if I'm wrong, let me get it out, and then you could say I'm wrong. But what it sounds like you saying is, if one of them kill us, and it sounds like your take will be like, well, we kill each other. Okay, what do that got to do with him killing
First
us?
of all, that's not what I'm saying. So if that's how you want to take it, then that means I can
I'm
go
saying that
no
that's how it
further.
sounds.
Then
I'm telling you
I can
that
go
that's
no
how
further
everything I
with
said.
this conversation because I explained to you what I'm saying more than one time. And I'm telling
Okay,
you, it has nothing to do with no Latinos, no nothing. None of that.
See, what she's saying is we need to educate our own people so we can educate the people that come in this country.
but I agree with that. I don't have no qualms with that. What I'm saying is my qualm is again, they're coming over here to where we are. We're not going to where they are.
Hey, yo,
And then when they come over here,
let me tell you something real quick, Dickie. I'm about to pull something up for you, Dickie. All right, you watch it, right?
yeah, I'm watching.
All right, hold on 1 second. I gotta pull this up. I gotta do this because All right, here we go right here. All right, let's see. All right, here we go. All right. I'm about to pull up so you can see it real quick. Hold up. Because I want everybody to see, even the Mexicans and the Latinos, I want them to see this too. Mexico black population. All right, check this out. In 2015, population survey marked the first time since the 19th century the Mexican government included as a distinct category for people of Afro-Mexican descent. As of 2015, the INEGI found that 1,973,555 persons, or 1.7% of the population self-identify as Afro-Mexican or partially Afro-Mexican. Half of the population, including people who self-identify as partially Afro-Mexican. All right, here we go. A map of percentage of the population that self-identifies as Afro-Mexican at the municipal level shows that they tend to live in the Costa Chica or Guerrero and Azaca, whatever the state of Veracruz. This is no surprise since the insulated mountainous geography of the Costa Chica served to keep Afro-Mexican communities separate from the rest of Mexico. All right, now you see what they're saying, right? It's over 1.7 million Afro-Mexicans. You know what I'm saying in Mexico. So they're not just coming here. A lot of us are there too. Yeah, Yada L7. There are definitely pyramids in Mexico as well. Indeed.
Well, that's what happened when people don't do their due diligence.
And that's why I do my due diligence, because I studied it. I've been part of 5% Nation all my life. I deal with this. We deal with that. We know what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when I speak it from an open mind, a clear mind, and a clear heart. You know what I mean? That's why I don't look at Mexicans or any other brown man as different than us, because they're not different than us. They just don't have the knowledge of self, most of them.
But see, that's what I was saying. Okay? So like I said, if they're a part of us, right? And we don't like ourselves, what makes you think they gonna like themselves? It's just that's why I kept telling him they saying the same thing.
Because they from Cali. The California Mexicans, the California blacks, they hate each other, but they still be sleeping with each other women and having kids with each other women. Hold on, let's this ignorant guy right here.
You guys, and I'm not saying I'm saying people like you, man. Ignorant people like you. You said there's no brown and black coalition, and there never will be because we're just backstabbing white people? Nah, brother. If there's no brown and black coalition, it's because of people like you. People like you, why? Because there's money in division. There's money in calling yourself the black supremacist or whatever you want to call yourself. But really, you're just a ghetto coon, brother. You're just a ghetto coon that just spills nothing but vile, venom, garbage out of your mouth. You talk a good one, but you live in the whitest neighborhood in California. If you're all about that, brother.
America, CHOLO, you doing the same thing,
but you won't live amongst your black people that you say you love and you're there to protect and you want better from. It's funny how that works, right? A lot of the ghetto coons do that.
All right, Biggie,
I understand. They talk a good one. They say, oh, this is for my people. Oh, I hate the white people. Oh, don't live like that. But yet, you're living the white man's world. You can get up and go anytime you want. You can go live in a black neighborhood, but you won't because you're a ghetto coon, homie. You talk a good one just for the views. We've been fighting since the 1800s, brother. Like I said, you guys were enslaved. You guys didn't break those chains until 1865, and even then you're still slaves. Even now, you're still slaves to the system, brother. And you keep thinking the way you are, you're going to continue to be slaves to the system, brother. You know, some people might say, you know, Gil, why even make this video? Why put it out there? I'll tell you why. Because I got a platform. I got a voice. we as Raza have a voice. May not be the biggest voice yet, but it will be. But I will sit there and shout down any buffoon like this guy, especially after I left a couple comments on his page. You know what he did? He deleted me. I don't know if he blocked me, but he deleted me. Sonny told me I left a couple comments. I went back. They're gone, brother. And I know they were there because I saw them post. So this is the kind of chump that will sit there and act tough, be this big, tough guy, man. The BBG is what he's got. He's the big black guy, homie. He's got the big black guy syndrome, homie. I've seen a few of those, carnal, and they told me to watch the water, homie. So all I know is I got my platform, carnal. Use a fool, use a chump, and use a ghetto coon. With that, I'm out.
Oh, well, as I was saying, if you don't, I consider y'all all original people. If you don't consider yourself to be an original man, stop rapping our music. Stop dressing like us. Stop trying to use our slang, and style of swag. If you don't see yourself as being the original man, go to your white daddy and ask him to bleach your skin, because some of you niggas are darker than us. I've seen it. I see it in the bars every weekend. I work in the Ecuadorian bar. It's Ecuadorians blacker than me, Mexicans blacker than me, Brazilians blacker than me, El Salvadorians dark, Guatemalans dark, blacker than me. So if you don't want to be who we are, be original, be yourself, be the kings you are, then stop rapping our music. Stop living our lifestyle. Stop trying to be us. Stop riding low riders. Because in Mexico, y'all was riding donkeys. Y'all learned everything from us. Eyes of the hoodie. Peace, God. Peace. Hold on one second, Mecca.
Hello.
Jersey in the building. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hey.
Jersey, big up.
Big up. Big up there, New Jersey, man. New Jersey freaking rules. Hey. How you doing there?
I'm great.
Yeah, I've seen it all the time. People try to be like us, try to, use our rapping or hip hop, whatever you're going to call it, and they think it's their own, but it freaking ain't. It freaking ain't, y'all. It ain't. So I have seen it all my life growing up. So they can't change. If you want to be black, go to the nearest tanning salon and try to be black. It ain't gonna work. Sorry. Unless you was born with this black skin like I got here, I'm all black. That's me. Unless you be all black like me, forget it. It's not happening, dudes. So go back to the drawing board, whatever drawing board you got. So that's it. Back in the day, we was called jungle bunnies.
I was called a jungle bunny.
I was called a jungle. This is back in the 70s.
70s, 80s. I wasn't called a jungle bunny, but listen what I'm saying is, a lot of these people they got dark skin like us. They're a little bit lighter, brown skin, but they got a white mindset. They got a white.
Yeah. So well, we can't fix stupid. Well, we can't fix stupid. So, like I said, and I'll say it again, I'm a widow, 56 years old, going on 57. I've been here 66 years on this godforsaken planet, and I got to say this. If you want to be black, You got to be born with it. You can't just go out there and manufacture it. Thank you very much. So,
KA, parts of KA. No, we're not begging them. We're trying to teach KA.
See y'all.
See you.
Begging who?
We begging the Latinos to recognize themselves in black. We're not begging them to recognize themselves.
No, we're not. We're not doing that. I don't beg. I don't beg for anything. Okay, I don't even pray. I don't get on my knees. Okay, I meditate. Right. So I'm not begging for nothing. I'm just trying to, and we're just trying to enlighten. We ain't even trying to educate because you can't educate everybody. We're just trying to light the candle. Put the light on the candle. That's it. You can either accept it or reject it. The choice is yours.
Facts. You're 100% right. You're 100% right, Magnificent Mecca.
So that's the problem. You can't hold no conversation with people, without somebody thinking you begging, or you're talking about them, or you trying to put something somewhere, or they want to switch the narrative to what you're trying to say. It's okay. It's some people in this world they put here strictly the sole purpose of their life is to cause chaos. And it's okay. So.
Hold on, what's it?
I'm off the road, so.
Hold on 1 second, I'm right here. American Chulo. Now I'm calling you to the stand, bruh. American Chulo, I'm calling you to the stand. I want you to stand on what you said. I'm calling you to my platform to show and prove everything you're saying about that map you were showing. And when you do that, I'm gonna show and prove how 100% wrong you are. And how all the places that you called, that you named out, was originally ran by the original man, which is you as well. But he had my dark skin complexion, brother. Calling you out, American Chulo.
Good morning, my brothers and sisters.
Morning.
So check this out. I'm an all Latino male. English is my second language, right? And we're programmed to not understand that. Real Latinos, real Puerto Ricans know that what makes a Puerto Rican is a black, white, and native to our island. We're all black. That's the system don't want us to know that. I go to the beach. All I do is go outside and I get dark, man. You know what I mean? That melanin is in us. They just program us to hate each other so much that we hate ourselves.
Ooh.
Program us to hate each other so much that we hate ourselves.
Peace.
It's a peace, my nigga, because if you go back in history, Africa was called something else, but it was all one land. If you go back in history,
Yo,
somebody echo.
Somebody echoing.
There we go. I got it.
All right, 5/5. Finish speaking, brother. Finish speaking.
So I was saying is that they programming us to hate each other. Because if you go back in time, granted, Africa went by a different name, but all the land was connected. It was all one piece of land. You know what I'm saying? We all come in different colors with different shades. We're all black except for one. And I even think that they have black in their DNA. Just might not show in their skin. You know what I mean? They want us to hate each other. The more we hate each other, the more we kill each other, the more we do their job for them.
Hold on. Auto Kudos one. Show your face so I can know you're a real person. And that's somebody coming up here trying to porn bomb us. Yo.
Peace to the guys, man.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
Hey, look, hey, I'm gonna be real with you, right? I don't really show my face because some of the
all right for you.
Some of the conversations that I be putting out there, I gotta work around some of these people. So, you know, I try to stay anonymous, you know what I'm saying, with what I do. Yeah. But hey, can I say something real quick and I'm out of here?
Go ahead, Lord. Speak in peace, Lord.
All right, peace to the guys, man. See, first of all, what we got to understand is this, and no disrespect to none of the Latinos or whatever, like, because it's a difference between Latinos and Hispanics. Latinos are people that come from Cuba, Puerto Rico, or Dominica. And the other people that's in, like, Central America and South America are Hispanics. Because the Latinos come from the Tainos, right, which was mixed with Aboriginal individuals. When I say Aboriginal, I'm talking about what we call black people, right?
Yeah,
100% correct.
And what a lot of people don't know is this. Us here in America, we ain't never come from no Africa. And this is the lie that these people been telling us. Whether you are in the Caribbean, all them brothers and sisters in the Caribbean been there. They ain't never come from no Africa. And the same thing with my people here that's in the South, or if we're in the North. We ain't never come from Africa. We was never slaves. The Slavics was white people. Slaves was white people in this country. I got the research to show it. And after the Civil War, they changed everything. All of these inventions, from the car to the helicopter to the refrigerator, to the stove, to the dryer, and to the elevator, etc. We did. We had that shit for us. That was our technology. We ain't make it for them. So we are the gods.
Hey,
you understand what I'm
God,
saying?
God, check this out 1 second, God. You got to also remember the Aboriginals in Brazil, the Aboriginals in Ecuador, the Aboriginals in Mexico. We was everywhere, bro. It wasn't just
they
one
Negroes
place.
though, but that mestizo, the one that's the Chulo, he's not from one of us. He's a mestizo. He's from the Mongols. It was a Mongol invasion that came here, and we enslaved them. We enslaved the Mongols. The Mongols tried to come here, and we enslaved them. And I got the Mendoza Codex to show us holding. They show real Mexicans with dreads holding these mestizos that look like Asians. He's part of that. The real Mexicans live in Mexico City, where Tenochtitlan was at. Tenochtitlan was a market that 10,000 people used to come there, where it was pyramids, obelisks. It was, man, the shit was luxurious, man. And just like a lot of these buildings here, the Capitol building, we was occupying that. We ain't build that shit for no white people. All these pyramids, all these structures. Yo, bro,
hold this down for me 1 second. Hold it down for me 1 second, y'all.
Go ahead.
Prince Building, God. Prince Building.
Yeah, we the gods, man. And like I said, the American guys. And no, and the thing about it is, they do put a lot of the Latinos, and when I say Latinos, because a lot of Latinos are melanated, and they know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? But a lot of people
I know.
You know, a lot of the Hispanic people. When I say Hispanic, I'm not talking about Latinos. I'm talking about Hispanic. I'm talking about people that coming from Central and South America. A lot of them already got that stigma. Even Africans, when they come here, they tell them not to fuck with us. You understand what I'm saying? So we all we got, man. And we got to know our real history. We've been in the armor rule, which is America, for they don't even know how long we've been here. You understand what I'm saying? Because the European is new on this planet. The European was slaves, and it's like, you know, they reversed everything and pretty much got us thinking that we were slaves when they were slaves, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Not for nothing. I had another channel, right? It was a little bit bigger than the one I had, and I talked about all of this. I screen shared it. I was like, look, and I broke it down section by section, the reason why we did this, the reason why this happens. I was like, and then my opinion was, I said, I think there's so many of them because they were the slaves and we are the kings. And mind you, I'm Puerto Rican, and I understand my lineage, and I get it. They just programmed us. You got to remember.
So you from Richport, but you look, you not poor. You from Richport. You a Boricua. You from the island of Boricua.
Borican, correct.
Exactly. Look, man, I know all about the Tainos. I know where the word Latino come from. I know about all that. On my channel, I show all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But what I do is, you know, I'm working with my people because everybody else working with their people. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Puerto Ricans. I grew up around Puerto Ricans all my life.
Thank you. Thank you. What's your name? Authentic One? Authentic One? Thank you so very much for what you just said.
Yeah, listen, and one thing I can say, one thing I like about Puerto Ricans, right? Once you got a Puerto Rican friend, you got a friend for life.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And I can say that.
And we're gonna cook you rice and beans forever, my nigga, forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that potato with the meat in it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we say, yo, Steve, speak your piece, bro.
Okay, what's up? I want to say peace to the panel. Hey, New Jersey, man, you know I don't come in here unless it's real stuff. I'm not down for the bull crap, but I see that this is a real conversation that needs to go somewhere. So what I'm gonna say to you is this, my brothers and sisters. I have a book here before me. I don't know if you can see it. It's called Inhuman Bondage. Inhuman Bondage, right? Now I'm gonna make a claim. I'm gonna make a claim real quick because a lot of people are saying that blacks were already here. There was no such thing as slavery. I don't subscribe to that. I believe in the slavery story. I'm not gonna say we weren't here, but slavery definitely occurred. You have black scholars in Africa that can attest to this. However you feel.
Hey, can I say something to you real quick? But just on that topic. Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
go ahead.
So my thing is this. Why do the Latino people, the so-called Latino people, dislike blacks? My opinion, right, is this. Now, people will disagree. You have the freedom to do that. I put in the comments, Father de las Casas insisted that the so-called Latino and Mexicans be taken out of the slave, be stopped being made to be forced to slave, and he advocated for blacks that come in from Africa, that they should be the primary slaves and builders of this country. That is history that cannot be denied or shaken with a stick, right? Now I'm going to say to you, what we need to understand when understanding our Latino brothers and cousins and sisters and brothers is this. Christianity played a great role in our people of Europe, right? The Christian religion. When the Christians came over here and you had, what's this guy's name? Columbus. They were coming in the name of Christianity and they came to spread the cross. He worked for the Spaniards in Christian. They sanctioned him, right, to come here. When they came, they spread Christianity. What is the problem with that, brothers and sisters? And I want to tell you also that the people of yesterday, the very people we're talking about, these Aztecs, when they were conquered by Cortez and the Dominican people, when they were conquered by Christopher Columbus and the Puerto Ricans, what did they do? They spread religion. They spread the Christian religion to these people. And I will take a chance and say this, that those people were much more religious than what we are today. They believed in the text. Now, here's what I'm trying to tell you. Inside the so-called biblical text that the Jews received before any of the rest of mankind, there are some very foul verses in there about black folk. If you go back to the ancient old story, and I know you know it, about the sons of Noah, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Shem is the progenitor of the Jews, right? Japheth is the progenitor of all Europe. Ham is the progenitor or the creator of the African races, the Arab races, and all. In this very book that I have inside my hand, I won't read the biblical verses, but I'll read this book to you. This is what the white Spaniard was armed with when he came to this coast and gave to these Aboriginal, who we now call Latino people, when he made them Roman Catholics, and they became more religiously inclined than you and me today. This is what they said. They said, the often ignored biblical table of nations, which immediately follows the story of the curse and provides genealogical list of Noah's descendants, makes no reference to race, skin color, or even Israel, and seems arbitrary enough to allow many diverse interpretations. Let me get this thing off my screen real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. It says the descendants of Japheth include the peoples to the north and west of ancient Near East, such as the Scythians, who are a European people. right? The maritime nations, European people, and the ancestors of the Greeks, another European people, and other Eastern Europeans. Shem bequeathed not only the Arabs and Assyrians, but a line of descent that later led to the Hebrew Abraham and Sarah, and thus to the future great nation of Israelites, to whom God promised the land already occupied by the Canaanites or descendants of Canaan. Listen to me. The later, like the Egyptians, the Philistines, the Babylonians, and other future enemies of Israel, were the offspring of Ham, the sinner. Well, the offspring of Ham, the sinner. This is called indoctrination, because what those white Caucasian conquistadors mixed in with a few Jewish people, right? They became Jews. They converted to Roman Catholicism, and they incorporate the understandings of the Talmud into the Christian teachers, and they taught the people of the New World, these new Mexicans that they're meeting here, El Salvadorians, Puerto Ricans, and Dominicans, that the black man was tied to the land. This is why Father de las Casas was so easily able to say, no, have mercy on the Mexicans and everybody else that's here in the New World. They can't deal with slavery. Go get the African out of Africa and bring him over across the slave ships and make him work. Because the biblical text that had been corrupted by the Jews. I hope I don't get you in trouble for this, BTBTV.
Go ahead, bro. I'm good.
I'm gonna get you. That biblical text that came from the Jews that converted to Christianity because they had no choice. They had the sword to their neck. They taught these people that black people were the sons of Ham, who were the cursed Cushites and Egyptians. This is why they have the hatred for us in their blood till this day. The biblical verses told them this, that were corrupted by Jewish folk. That's the truth of this whole thing. You can say slavery didn't exist. You can say whatever you want until you deal with the verses in Genesis, which says that the black man shall be a slave unto Japheth and his brother Shem. Japheth shall dwell in the tents of Shem shall dwell in the tents of Japheth, and Ham or Canaan shall be the servant of servants to his two brothers. When you're talking about Ham and Canaan, you're talking about the Egyptians, you're talking about Libyans, you're talking about Ethiopians, and by extension, you're talking about us African Americans that were brought here in the bottom of slave ships. If you deny slavery exists, you deny the truth of what's really happening. I understand we were here. I won't say we weren't. Slavery is real, brother.
Yo, can I respond to what you just said? Because you
Go ahead,
said a
my
whole
brother.
lot. Can I just say one thing? First of all, understand this, right? Oh, you know what a Moor is, right?
I've heard about the Moors.
Okay, all right. Let me educate you on the Moors. The Moors are the original people from the Iberia. Iberia is Europe. Now, first of all, Spain didn't become the name Spain until it was first called Andalusia. The king of Andalusia was Moctezuma. Moctezuma was here in America. Number one. Number two, the Catholics that you talk about was not Europeans. They was Moors who converted from Islam and Judaism. Now, understand, Islam and Judaism have a big connection because we're dealing with the Elohim. Now, this brother right here is a God body. Now, God bodies, they got Moorish science. A lot of them don't know that. That's how they know who the Elohim is. That's why they say arm, leg, arm, head. That's why they say, what's the other saying? All of that came from Drew Ali. Now, a lot of people don't even know that. Drew Ali was talking about this.
Noble Drew Ali, Noble Parself. Respect the man named Noble Drew Ali.
Noble Drew Ali. That's where Clarence 13 the X got the teachings from Elijah Muhammad from him. Because Elijah Muhammad name was Elijah Muhammad. His name was Elijah Poole Bey.
Yeah.
Bey. His last name was Bey. Now, when we talk about exactly. So when we talk about the Elohim, okay, the Elohim is basically the God that we recite in Christianity, and it's also Judaism God. And also, when you look up the Elohim, it's cognate with Allah. It's cognate with Yahweh, which Yahweh is a whole nother thing. I don't even want to get all into that. That's coming from the Sumerians. The Sumerians was Negroes. The Babylonians was Negroes. The people who was in Syria was Negroes. The original people of Europe, all the way up into the 1800s, was all Negroes, my dude. The people who created Catholicism was all Negro. It was no white people residing in the land of Iberia at that time until we took them over there. Now, I don't know where your history come from. I'm listening. I got 3 college degrees.
Okay, hold on. So let me ask you a question, right? This is not a debate. I'm just going to put this out there for you because I want you to understand something. When did Christianity leave Israel? And when did the Europeans get their hands on Christianity?
All right, put it like this. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? All right, we had a worldwide empire that came from America over.
Okay, hold on. Before you go there, can you just, so we don't go all around in circles?
We don't. I don't really deal with the Gregorian calendar because the Gregorian calendar was just created in the 1500s.
I just asked you, when did Christianity, the way we know it now, whether it's in Catholicism or whatever, leave Israel and go into Europe?
It was never Israel is not even real. Israel was just created years ago. Israel was just created.
Okay, good.
Israel is not even real.
All right, fine. Listen. That's not the point I'm trying to make because I don't want to go all around the world. What I'm trying to say to you is that the western half of Europe were always Roman Catholic.
The Romans was Negro.
Hold on, wait. And then the eastern half of Europe, underneath Constantine, tried to restore the religion.
Was a Moor.
Okay, hold on. See, now we're going into too deep waters, brother. We don't have to do that. All I'm trying to say to you is that Roman Catholicism was alive and well when the white man met the Africans on their continent. This is whatever. I know where you're going, but let me just say this. The black folk, whatever you want to call them, when they were proselytized, it was Roman Catholic Christianity that did that to them in Africa.
Yes, but no. But we talking about America. You're not in Africa.
Now wait a minute, because I'm coming to America.
No.
So you won't let me go. You won't let me. I'm coming to America.
Hold up, Steve. You asked him a question. He tried to answer it, and you cut him off.
All around the world. I'm going all around the world because I don't want us to get confused.
But Steve, you taking us all around the world too. Okay, so you asked the man a question. Let the man answer the question.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, so look, listen. The people that came over here was part of our empire, and they crossed us when they converted into Catholic. When you hear about the Moors being pushed out of Spain and the port of Gaul, which is Portugal or whatever, that's because they didn't want to convert to Christianity and Catholicism. But them are still Negroes that's trying to make them convert.
That's my point. So therefore, you just answered the question. They didn't want to go to Catholicism because Catholicism was the first type of Christianity that was introduced into Europe. My point exactly. That's what you're explaining as we talk.
Yeah. But I'm telling you, if you look up right now, Google the Holy Roman Emperor in 1500. His name Charles V. Charles V is Carlos Quinto. He's on the Inca list. Now, when you get into Charles V is a Negro with a goddamn Sunni beard in the 1500s. When they telling you that when they telling you that Christopher Columbus came here. Christopher Columbus is a fictional character, brother. None of that shit is real.
Well, I'll tell you this.
All of these people,
BTBTV, respectfully, I understand this brother. He's a knowledgeable brother, but he's breaking away from traditional knowledge. I'll deal with that. Christopher Columbus was a fake. Whatever. Okay, I'm not prepared to deal with that. What I want to make my point is this: the Roman Catholics, the Jews had to convert to Catholicism or face their neck being cut by the sword. This is known as the Inquisition in Europe. Okay, hold on.
Not European.
When the Jewish rabbis became popes, right? They took off their yarmulkes and all the rest of their garb, and they took on the Roman Catholic pope outfit. They are the ones who introduced the racism against black folk into the biblical verses that you read today. And they have a tradition called the Babylonian Talmud. If you would only dare to read that book, you see what they say about black folk. So when you talk about these Mesoamericans and Mexicans and El Salvadorians, the New World, as a matter of fact, when those ships came over here to the New World and those conquistadors, who the Jews are now firmly in their fabric, hidden underneath the guise of Roman Catholicism. They were the ones who told the commentary of the biblical verses that the black man was a slave due to Noah, Ham, Japheth, and Shem. And this is why Mesoamerica, this is why the Indian, this is why the Mexican, this is why the El Salvadorian, who are still largely Roman Catholic to this day, cannot stand the black man. This is where it comes from, brother. It's indoctrination that was put into the biblical verses.
All of them scriptures that you talk about.
Bottom line,
you have never even seen the real Bible.
All the other stuff we're talking, we're going to planets and cosmos that we don't need to go to. It's all in front of your face, man. Just study the history. BTBTV, I'm out of here, man. God bless you all.
Thank you.
Love. Take care.
Look, all I'm saying to you is this: King James was a goddamn Negro. Okay, King James was a Negro. You have never read the original Bible, my dude. All of the Bibles that we read in has been reconstructed in today's time. So when they start putting all that stuff in there about blacks and all that, at that point in time, that shit wasn't even existing because them people wasn't even running nothing. So I just say this, and I'm out of here, man. You know, peace to the gods, man. You know, definitely peace to the brothers and sisters. But understand this, bro. When he talking about slavery and Africans and all that shit, we ain't come from Africa, and we was never no fucking slaves because the word slave come from the Slavic people, okay? And they know exactly their history. They know that they did not come here in the slave. And I'll leave you with this, right? If you look up, right? Look up William Ellison, right? William Ellison was the richest slave owner in South Carolina in 1960. He owned more slaves than any so-called white person, and he was a goddamn nigger. And I got another book by oh man, I can't think of the brother's name, but it's black slave owners in the South in 1830. There's millions. I went through the whole book. There's millions of so-called black slave owners in the South, all over in the 1930s. So when we talk about slavery, you think the white man gonna bring you here and then release you and let you get into the same industry that they in? They're lying to us, my dude. They're lying to us. We ain't never come from no goddamn Africa. We not Africans. And Africans will tell you that they're self. When Africans come to America, they the only people, they don't even know about slavery. They only know about it once they get indoctrinated into these institutions. They don't know about that shit over there in that country. I've spoken to many Africans, and they tell me I ain't know nothing about slavery until I came to America. Well, we don't talk about that there. And like I just told you, like I just said, you know, as far as the technology that we had or whatever, there ain't no goddamn pyramids in West Africa. There's pyramids in Egypt, but I can show you connections of South America and Egypt and saying that we left from South America and went to Egypt and built them pyramids there. Now, I know that shit sound crazy, but this is real history that's outside of,
you
know what I'm saying?
Please, God, let me say this one thing, God. I want to say this one thing. I'm going to say this because I know this to be a fact, right? This is what I know to be a fact. My great-grandfather was the son of a slave.
Okay.
He was a slave in the West Indies. St. Thomas. Okay. The plantation was owned by my great-grandmother's family.
Okay.
So I know that part of my family, that came from Africa. You know what I'm saying? I also believe that black people was everywhere. We were the original people, so we was everywhere anyway. We was in Africa, we was in America, but some of them wasn't slaves. I ain't gonna say all of them, but it's a toss up. It was like maybe 50-50. I'll give it 50-50. At that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Now I believe that a lot of us are already here. A lot of people wasn't from slaves, but I also believe that a lot of us ourselves, that a lot of us were. This ain't no makeup story. People keep talking about we ain't see no slave ships. How we know the slave ships didn't sink in the bottom of the ocean? You gotta think about it. When them ships sunk, it's parts of the ocean you could never get to. Am I right or wrong?
But one thing, my brother, you gotta understand this too. In Europe, they don't have trees. Most of all these ships that these people claiming that they built,
was being built in Americas. We was the seafarers. So when I tell you, and I say this, as far as like what I just told you about the Moors. The Moors are the original Europeans. I know that they tell you, oh, the Moors left North Africa. North Africa is the Mediterranean. So when they telling you they're enslaving people, yeah, you had some situations to where people, now I ain't gonna say slave because the word slave itself come from the Slavics, like Yugoslavians, Slovenians. Them was the people who were slaves. Now, it was some of us servants, or did some of us have to work? And this is where they got the whole institution of employment from. Because guess what? When I went in the South to my grandmother's house, right? Guess what I had to do? I had to get my ass out there in that farm with them. I had chores and I had duties for us to be resourceful and for us to maintain our quality of living. So somebody might see me out there and be like, "Oh, you a slave?" No, we was the original farmers. So even when you get into like the slave ship stories or whatever, they have never found no slave ships, and they got a slave ship that they claim they found in South Carolina called the Clotilda, right? Now they found a plank of wood, and they are selling this to us, saying, "Oh, this came from a slave ship." How do you know? How do you know it came from? You found a piece of wood, and you going, because a lot of this stuff is to brainwash it. If the European was to come out today and tell you that he was the original slaves and the black people was already in America, what you think will happen? What you think will happen? He gonna lose his power. The way he keeps his power going is by making us think that he put us in a inferior position and came and took us from Africa and brought us over here. Now I just say that from the research that I've done, from the history, like outside of common history or what they teach us or whatever. I got 6 slave books, man, that tell you that white people was being treated inhumane. And I also tell you this too. Back then, a lot of these Europeans that was on these plantations, right? What they used to do was run away. They'll run away and run into our cities. When they run into our cities, a lot of so-called Aboriginal men will take these women as concubines, right? They will have children with them. If the slave catcher came, who was a Negro, of course, the slave catchers was Negroes. When they would come to snatch up this the Slavic slave, and they find out that she got children, the condition of the mother is the condition of the children, unless the father had the money to manumission them. So he would have had to pay for his children's freedom as well as his wife. So a lot of this stuff that they teaching us is crazy. And once you really kind of look at it and realize that that's the whole thing. You think if he told Black Americans in America, y'all was already here, we took y'all land, what you think gonna happen? We took y'all land, we created the Knights of the Golden Circle, which is the KKK, through John D. Rockefeller and the Rothschilds and a lot of these individuals, you know what I'm saying? And then they use Martin Luther King to integrate us into their culture, because they wanted us to move off of the land we had. Look, I'm gonna say this and I'm out of here, right? I got this film, right? It's called Sir Solomon Jones film, right? And it shows you in the 1900s, bro, and in Oklahoma. Now they telling you about Tulsa. You don't know if 50 other cities in Tulsa the same. I mean, in Oklahoma, just like Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, you got people who had oil wells, oil rigs, who had extravagant land, bro. Like, how we building all these cities? Like, so the white man taught us how to build these cities, and then he left us alone, then came back? No. After the Civil War, the Civil War was the free white slaves. After they got free, this is when they formed the Knights of the Golden Circle, which is the KKK. This is why they was wearing hoods. And I tell you this too, a lot of the KKK members was Negroes, and a lot of the Europeans that was wearing hoods was employees to Negroes. That's the reason why they was wearing hoods most of the time. So I say that, and I'm out of here, man. Peace to God, man. Thank you for letting me come up here, man. You want to check out my channel? My name is Atanchinist One. Atanchinist, or an Atanchin mean one sprung from the soil,
he or she inhabits. So I'm in the Tanchan of the Amaru, which is the America. So with
hey,
that
drop
said,
your link. Drop your link on the way out, bro. So we can click onto it.
Drop your
and
link.
hey, God, too. Look, I went to school in Elizabeth. I went to school in Elizabeth, and I went to Elizabeth High in '92.
You was there
so
with
I know.
Me, you was there.
Yeah,
with
I was there. Yeah, I was there with Samad Pratlow.
Yeah.
Or Samad, I was there with
Samad
all
Nash.
of them. Was there?
Yeah.
Samad Nash. I was there with him, Lee, Johnny Gardner, all of them. So I went to Lafayette though. A lot of them
I went to Lafayette
Cleveland.
too.
Yeah, I was a Lafayette kid.
I went to Lafayette.
So you know Mimot, Twani, and all.
Yeah,
them?
Mimot, Twani,
my
Sean,
nephews.
Duran.
Oh yeah. Yo,
I'm from uptown, man. We from uptown.
Oh,
Me
you
and
from
Dougie J
okay.
from uptown.
Yo, my man, my peoples used to be on Catholic Street.
That's my soil.
Yeah, my man Sean.
Sean Adams.
Sean Adams, the Adams brother. I be working out.
The
sometime.
18.
I see Sean Adams sometime in the gym and shit. He got his weight up and everything.
Yeah.
I be working out with him sometime or whatever. But I know the Adams. My man Lee used to be over there on Captain Street, and I used to go to the I used to go to the Y and ball out, and I used to see a lot of them.
So we
had
the ball together or something, bro, because I played ball back then too for the high school.
Yeah,
90,
I'm from
90,
North,
91, 92, 93, 94.
Yeah, I'm from North, and I actually played football. I actually got the sack record at Elizabeth. I had 60 sacks in 2 seasons or whatever. But yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of stuff that we gotta recognize, man. These people lying. The white man went back and rewrote all of the history and we regurgitating what the fuck he wrote in order to keep his foot on our neck. So peace to the guys, man. Peace to the Moors. Peace to the Aborigines. Peace to the Tanchans. Peace to the Latino brother, aka the Tainos. And with that, I'm out of here, man. Peace to the God, man. Peace.
Salute to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Wanted to tap in with you today. You know what I'm saying? Loving the vibe, seeing what y'all working with.
Yeah, man. We was dealing with the Mexicans and stuff like that, the California Mexicans, and how they are racist to the original man. Now understanding that they are the original man as well. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
And when they go to prison, when the feds, they team up with the Aryan Nation Brotherhood to go against black people.
Right. I think a lot of it, man, me being because I just moved to the South and I was out on the West Coast. And I got a few homies out there too. And I asked them one day, like, why is it that y'all don't like us? Now, a lot of people don't understand, again, you got to ask yourself the perception, right? They have a perception, like in the game, right? They said they don't mind looking out for us. But the problem is, after a while, we want to get money. And then next thing you know, we want to rob them. Let's just use that. That's what they said for an example. Then I said, well, we like dealing with y'all. But what happens is if y'all get caught, because y'all use the book of the Art of War. So what happens is we come in with a knife, but y'all come in with a gun because the rules are not fair. You know what I'm saying? So you know, saying Susan, you know, like I said, the Art of War. You don't fight a battle with the other battle. You fight it different. So, and they says, well, no, that's not true. I said, well, if we're not saying that y'all will get us, and they're not saying it, then who's the one saying it? So it's usually the white man that's got the wedge. You know how they came out with the weed, where they created the word, you know, marijuana. Marijuana was supposed to be a negative connotation towards the Hispanics. So it's a lot of stuff we play against. It's like when y'all talked about with the ships. I get it, but in every detail we got artifacts, man. We got all the way back to the Indians. We got everything that they claim that they have, but we don't have a ship. We don't have a real ship. We don't have one ship where we can say that is a ship and it was traced all the way back from the wood or whatever. Because we know, you look at antiques, they go by the wood, they go by how, you know, the patina and everything like that. So to me, I have a hard problem with understanding, because I'm from VA, so, you know, right there, Newport News, you know what I'm saying? All, you know, Tide Water, everything. So yeah, you already know. So we was taught growing up, you know that, a lot of the Indians was there, right? But they forgot that it was more Indians doing the whole census. When they even tried to do the census, what they did was they saw dark people and they said, those people are with those people. So it's a lot of times what they did was, and I always tell people, this is the way you got to always look at it. History is exactly that. It's whoever can tell his story. History has nothing to do with what really happened. It's whoever can control the story can control the narrative. So again, I tell people, watch on the play on word, because you got to remember now, we have adopted. You went to college. I mean, most niggas went to college, went to school, and for all these years, we were taught to learn their program. There's no other program taught where there's world history, American history, wherever you stay at, the local history, whether you're in Philly, Alabama, they give you and they feed it down your throat of their history. So a lot of times we come out, me at 45, we still struggle with trying to communicate with them because we will never know their history. We're only being told by somebody who's directing the movie. I always tell everybody, it's almost like this. If you're a good director in the movie, my nigga, you could play any character in the movie. Forrest Whitaker showed us that. I just tell people, remember, it's all entertainment. So what we got to understand is their story, not our story. So we spend most of our life looking for a story for us. But the story was here because at the end of the day, you can't tell me some white dude named John Smith got on a goddamn boat and came with the Queen and came and saw a pretty woman with dark hair and she fell in love with a pale face. That doesn't make sense to me. There's no other story. Then I asked somebody this the other day. I said, okay, I'm black and slow. I got a question. They said, what? If slavery was around and they came out with the bill where it stopped the Indians from either being part of the government or they're non-government Indians, where the hell was the Indians at when the niggas was slaves? Somebody had to still be here. But they signed that agreement for them not to tell the real story. They, to me, are the only one with the real story. Why you think they put a law in place where they're not allowed to engage, or you can't even go on a tribal thing? They're either tribal or non-tribal. Non-tribal means you do not get any federal assistance from the government. Tribal means that you get all government. So when you see these casinos and stuff, they get a percentage. Like a lot of people don't know, when these kids turn 18 on these tribal governments from the Federation, from the federals, at 18 years old, they get $25,000. At 21, they get another $25,000. If they marry, they get an extra. So they get money, but the only thing is they have to stay on the tribe. So I always ask the question, if slavery was going on and the Indians, quote unquote, was free, who the fuck was in charge of the Indians? We don't know no history of the Indians. All we know is Pocahontas. Man, that's more, but it's still Indians. There's over 1,500 non-tribals in the United States. They said by government law, they know that they're there, but they will not recognize them. So that tells you when you go on. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, yo, not to cut your knowledge, bro, but I just wanted to chime in real quick about the Spanish thing, especially that Mexican thing. You see, if the Mexicans knew their history, you said one thing that struck me. You said it's their history and not our history. So they have to understand their history is a part of our history. If you ever been to Mexico, I worked over there for 7 months with a crew from America. If you ever been to Mexico, there's a small beach town called Veracruz. Veracruz was started by a black Cuban. That's a fact. There's a big statue right in front when you come into the town. There's a big ass statue to do. Yeah, black Cuban. So I think what happened, if you go back in the day, I think together back, or we'll talk about, I got Indian in my family, I got this in my family, I got that in my family. We all rocked together back in the day. It went to like this modern civilization thing. When I say modern civilization, I'm gonna go like to the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s till this shit started to get wicked. Before then, we was all one. We rocked together.
Facts. Even people don't realize, and I hate to jump the subject.
Let me say one thing.
Go ahead.
What we also don't know is the first president of Mexico
was a black dude.
Was black.
That's right. And that's why I jumped and I said, we got to remember, like you said, the 1920s, 30s, when they started doing these census and they were just putting people in there from the aborigines to whoever, because even back to the Chinese, when the Chinese came over here, everybody know the back of the history, and even in LA, that the Chinese people after the war got along with black folks. And now all of a sudden, everything is split because, again, you have the European culture has taken effect, and they have created history as their story, as his story, the white man's story. So no matter what we try to do, they will try to throw. I mean, you look at it when they did with, even Martin Luther King, like you say, he said the worst thing they ever did was instead of asking for equality, he should have asked for financial, monetary, and equalities, because all they did was say, okay, we just acknowledge y'all. Now what?
Right. Now, and that's part of the reason why they killed him, because he was about to go marching and protesting for motherfucking reparations. He started talking money. I'm talking about Martin Luther King.
Correct. And that's what people understand. White people, the way they work is, and anybody know, white people go off titles, right? You go to a job and, oh man, they could be a goddamn work at Walmart, but if they the store manager, you can't tell them shit. They go off titles. So what happens is they base everything off of a title, and they don't mind giving us a title. They'll give us keys, give us titles, but what happens? Hey, man, I really need this extra money. Hey, man, I want this money. Oh, now you're talking about some other shit. Now we can't really do it because, again, they know that the money will control the fact that everybody knows that money talks, bullshit run the marathon. And our problem is, after a while, that's why I think they're bringing a lot of these immigrants over, because they know when you think about a Democratic Party, the first thing come to mind is black folks. Now you got to ask yourself, do white people want to be connected with black folks in a Democratic Party? No, they won't. So now they're bringing in all these foreigners. So when we get to complain, nigga, there's their colored party. That's the party. That's not us no more. That's what we got to start standing up. It's not Democrat don't mean nigga no more. Democrat mean cultural diversity. And they're going to go, and they're going to go towards anybody.
The Democratic Party was never for the black people. If you look at the history of the Democratic Party, they were nicknamed the Dixiecrats.
That's right.
Because you got to remember, in the Civil War, the Confederates lost to a Republican president.
That's right.
Abraham Lincoln was a Republican.
That's
when
right.
the Confederacy fell apart, they came back as Ku Klux Klansmen. They were Democrats. And this is from 1860.
Yeah,
you go into the next century, you got Jim Crow and all that. All those niggas was Democrats.
Well, that's where they started the Republican Party, was in Texas, until they had that big ass where the Klans came and they damn near went down there and slaughtered everybody, went down towards Florida when they did that shit. And they told them, that's why I hate, think about it, after Martin Luther King, once he was passed away, they used that bobblehead Jesse and goddamn Al Sharpton to push this whole thing. That's where Planned Parenthood came out.
All that bullshit.
All that bullshit. And that's why I try to tell everybody, you should never, and they even said it, they did statistics the other day, and they said, if Planned Parenthood wasn't here, black people would be exceedingly above the numbers of everybody else right now.
I mean, but we're about to outpopulate them in about another 25 years. It's coming. They know
that's a fact. Now, my question I got for you, because I see you go deep with it. Do you think, okay, and I know this sounds the irony in how I'm using this, right? This analogy, but it's no different if when we say exotic animals, right? And you breed them and breed them and breed them, you take away from the original origin. Do you see the original origin from us? Even though that, again, the melon we got, we can identify, because I think what it's going to go is, it's no longer going to be nationality, it's going to be color. That's the way I look at it, because it's so many integrating a mixture. I'm thinking towards the end, do you think that we will lose, a lot of us will lose our original origin? Because one, we don't have one. We do, but we have to, everybody has to be collective and come up and find out. You see what I'm saying? So my question to you is, how far away are you think we're going to get, like you said, in 20, 25 years from us as people?
I mean, if you're looking at everything, man, it's like every generation we getting further and further away from ourselves.
Correct. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know, this has been happening forever. And I just attribute a lot of that shit to the Willie Lynch syndrome and the things we've been through as a people here.
Right.
Right. Now, what I see in the world, there's gonna have you're not gonna have no choice but to tolerate it. It's gonna come a time where you're gonna have no choice but to tolerate it because you're gonna become the true minority.
Right. But
you're gonna be under the thumb, so to speak.
But what I'm trying to ask you is, what top? That's a good one, because what would be like? I'm considering like, what would you consider the top nationality? Like, what is after all this swirl and girl go? Where we go?
Hey, it might turn into some kind of war to determine that. After you figure after the Caucasian is outpopulated.
Correct.
Okay, the melanated are the majority, but the melanated are so divided.
Correct.
That might cause a clash within the melanation nation to see who gonna be the big dick on the block, so to speak.
I like that. Okay, I like that because I can see where that's coming because it goes back. If you think about it, like you say, history repeats itself because that's what happened to quote unquote the indigenous.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Absolutely.
I'm with you.
I see you, Sugar Bum. I'm talking about to pull up on you.
All right, y'all. Let me end this. I gotta get some rest. I go to work for a little while.
Yes, sir.
I'm off tomorrow though, so we can do this again.
Hey, King, make sure you call me in the morning, and I'll pop in on you.
All right, no doubt.
Yeah, call me in the morning.
All right, peace.
Hey, salute y'all.
Cross Your Heart Clothes on Instagram, y'all. Go to Cross Your Heart Clothes on Instagram.
Hey, yo, I'm on you. I'm on it.
Yeah, crossyourheart.com.
Where my jack at?
Yeah, crossyourheart.com. Cross Your Heart on Instagram. And I'm going to get with you, King, too, because I'm about to put a discount code in for you, too. I just ain't had a chance. You know, I'm transitioning, moving down south now. So, but I got you, man. Salute to your chat, man. Always great wisdom, man. You black men continue to keep being great and keep pushing the narrative, man. We need it.
No doubt.
My nigga.
Peace. Yo, Jersey J.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you shout your channel out too. You know how we do, bro.
All right, y'all. New Jersey J on the Radar podcast. I'm here on motherfucking YouTube. Just come on over, like, share, and subscribe, man. We just trying to catch a vibe, good conversation. You know what I mean? Come through. Like, share, and subscribe, y'all. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe. How we gonna do this, y'all? We gonna do it like this.
Yo, Born. Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah. BTB TV.
Let's rewind that from the back, y'all. King John 1985. Salute. Peace. God.
Show them how we do this, man. BTBTV. We bully the bullies. No run, no retreat. Yeah.
Tennessee, 808 boys, salute, bro. I see you in a little time.
For y'all in the back. Y'all slow ninjas.
Wavy music group, salute.
Right. Yo, John Gotti flow, rap Pablo, Escobar status, rap game Corleone. I can show you how you lay back and watch your pockets grow. Stay away from devious women, end up like Papa Smoke. Y'all wake up every day twitching, like yo, I gotta post. I wake up everyday mission, it's $1 million notes, dominoes, bodies drop, rot stink like holotos. Broadway, man, if you know, then you know. I came for everything they said I couldn't have. Got that and then some, and then some. My ones on overload. Say y'all overdose. Your rappers in the tight squeeze and
CHOLO.
clutch like Cobra.
Me and you, nigga.
We don't go for that.
East side, nigga.
Another
East side.
tale from the street. Deaf and horror flow. Projects like a ghost trying haunt your soul. Another tale from the street. Homicide the folks who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street. Black Mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting to their life movie, curtain closed. Nowadays, your foes will plot you when Malcolm X has 666s. The devil on his shoulder won the death match. Reminiscing when more street ninjas was off the hook. Chasing D's up off the block. Torn and running, get the force, blood on pavement. He's 12 years old and he tough to play with. He don't go to playgrounds, that's his fiends who want their veins stick. We can't miss. We can hit the talk and put our hands behind our back, our eyes closed and half brainless. Don't play with us. Another tale from the street, death and horror flow. The projects like a ghost trying to haunt your soul. Another tale from the street, homicide the folk who want to play till them guns scream adios. Another tale from the street, Black Mafia. So Don Corleone mixed with Al Capone. Another tale from the street, like an opera show. These kids be acting till they like movie, curtain closed. Yeah, BTBTV.
Look at your last comment.
It's the movement, man.
Yeah, he from Camden, New Jersey, King John 1985.
Let's get him.
Peace to the 5% Nation of Gods and Nerfs. Yo, we out of here. We got Magnificent Mecca, Boss Victims, you know what I'm saying? Got Check Out Channel coming soon. You got Jersey Jail the Radar. Y'all check out him. You got the Wax and AP show, Wax AP El Campo show. Check them out. You got Black to the We got E. Nicole. Hashtag or everything. You know what I mean? Yo, all them connected with the BTB brand, BTBTV. Yo, like I said it before, we not a blood or a crip. We doing our own thing. BTBTV that started his own gang. Like, nigga, what?